Okay. Thank you for viewing Lena Reads. I just started your reading, but I had to get off because I had a phone call. Um, this is for Leo March, and I was saying before my phone call came in that I feel like you were going to be receiving some sort of vision, or um, you would be, yeah, basically you would be like you would be receiving a lot of information. Like you would be receiving it from the ether, like from the universe, like data. You'll be receiving it kind of like Wi-Fi. You don't really know it's there, but once you're connected, you can't help but use it. Once you got it, you can't help but use it. And with the um, Two of Pentacles here, it's like you you recognize things in your daily waking life, but you kind of write it off. You probably recognize these things in the people around you, but I feel like you probably like just write it off. Like that didn't make sense. Okay, I'm just gonna go on, or okay, whatever. But it's like you keep noticing things, right? It's not just one thing. When you turn away from that, you notice something else, and it's just like, damn, that don't make sense either, you know. But it looks like the information you're getting is it's on a spinning wheel, right? Like this is the Nine of Wands in the Sun and Moon Tarot. And usually where that means it's a burden, the burden of it is that it's starting to you're starting to not be able to write these things off. You're starting to have to collect it. Like everything you notice, all these little things you notice that don't make sense, you're starting to collect it until you can make sense of it. Because you're getting a lot of information, right? Whereas before you started processing these like downloads that you're getting, you probably wouldn't even noticed half of the stuff that doesn't make sense. You probably wouldn't even noticed it before. You probably would have just been like, okay, I'm going on, whatever. But now it's like because you're seeing it so much, you can't ignore it. You can no longer ignore it, and that is why it's a burden, because you're gonna have to face it now. Let's see what else. There we go. Okay, so there's the wheel again. I mean, well, it's the world card, but it's still got that wheel symbolism, right? Like the Ten of Wands looks like it's round with energy coming off of it. The wheel is round with energy coming off of it. Yeah, it's like you're not gonna be able to just keep writing it off. You're gonna have to um, basically apply. You're gonna have to decode your downloads and apply it to move on to the next level or to the next step, right? And it's a lot of information. That's one reason why it's you haven't processed all of it yet. And I feel like, yeah, there are people around you that you're definitely, it's like you're not applying the download, you're not applying the energy to yourself. I think you have to use the people around you to recognize these downloads and to make sense out of this information that you're getting. So I'm gonna clarify. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. The Lovers. With the Knight of Pentacles here. I've never seen this one. Okay, Four of Pentacles. It's like okay, there's a lot going on because it's like you might be receiving I honestly don't. It's very confusing. Like the period that you're going through is very confusing. Shit don't seem to make sense in your waking, in in your day-to-day life. Some things don't seem to be making sense. Something concerning the people around you. These are people you probably see every day. People that dump on you. Like, they tell you everything. They tell you all their business or something like that. Just people you may be close to. I don't know if it's family, but I guess it could be. With this Four of Pentacles is like a locked door. I feel like that the stuff that you're noticing is significant. But you don't want to, or you don't have time to decode it or to be worried about it. Or you may be looking into it. You don't really have time, but even when you do look into it, you're not getting far with the Knight of Pentacles and this locked door for the Four of Pentacles. You can look into it, but you just don't feel like you're getting anywhere, so you write it off. You just write it off as just another one of them things. But there's missing pieces to the puzzle. And that's what you're receiving. That's what you're noticing. You're noticing that things don't add up as they are given to you or as you are seeing them. But in between the lines is this energy, is these downloads that you're getting. I mean, this stuff could have been there all the time, but you're just now noticing it. And the reason you're noticing it is because of the downloads. Yeah, I think you'd rather just go on about your own business, but you kind of know you can't move forward without decoding these downloads. And I keep saying downloads. I don't want to sound too spiritual, but it's like this is hematite, right? So like in your DNA, like this is it attracts like magnets. If there was magnetic material in your DNA in every one of your cells, then it would be attracting certain vibrations from the air, basically. And the more of it can pull in, the better it understands itself and the better it reacts to stimulus and anything going on in your life or around you. Let's see. And when that energy is as your DNA is pulling in this energy, this information, is because it's the energy is information. So just like your DNA is information. So the more information it has, the more it can absolutely manifest. Like this is literally like, I'm gonna call it the law of attraction, like the DNA law of attraction, because your DNA is attracting. Your DNA has a frequency, and it that frequency is attracting a kindred frequency, and the more of that frequency it can pull in, the more it knows how to respond to different situations or different functions, right? The more it can build, the more it can produce. Serious business. So, but with that energy coming in, and you're not being able to process it, it's kind of overflowing, right? With the Two of Swords here, it's like you're trying to make sense of it, because again, it's turning on a different way of seeing things, right? With the Two of Swords here, she has her eyes folded, a blindfold on, but it's every time. Let's see. Okay, so every time you connect to a frequency, a resonant frequency, your DNA connects to a resonant frequency, you get a vision, right? But it just looks like static until you can focus your eyes to see what the vision really is. You got to be able to, your eyes have to tune into to the frequency of the static, and then the static gradually morphs into a visual that makes sense, that makes all this shit make sense. Like, to be honest, it just a little piece of that information will make all of this shit fall in line, and it'll tell a story that gives you clear directions to take to move to the next level, which would be turning your wheel of fortune or your world in the opposite direction, like you would move then. Right now, you're stuck trying to figure out what you're getting, right? So that's why the Page of Cups here, because right now you're fumbling with this energy, with this resonant energy that's coming in. Look at that, 9 of Cups. Yeah, okay. So we got the Page of Cups here. She's literally fumbling her catch of the day. Can you see that? It's like, I don't know if the fish is flying out of her hand or if she's dropping it. It looks like a fumble to me. With this Nine of Cups clarifying the world, it's like once this shit starts making sense to you, you're gonna be a lot bigger, right? Like you'll probably still be 6 feet tall with, you know, 130, 40 pounds. It's just you're going to grow in a way that the people around you that appear to be on the same level as you, you're going to outgrow them to where they will start to see you as a little bit bigger now, a little bit bigger than them. It's funny how that DNA resonating energy makes other people see you too. Like it attunes you and your eyes to where you can see it. I want to say like your third eye to where you can see through bullshit, but it may not make you feel bigger, but the people around you, they can see it. Okay. And this Lover's card showed up twice. So I don't know what that means. It means like when I saw it the first time, I was like, maybe this is a relationship situation. But I'm not getting that from the cups here. I'm just getting the frequency. But it could be that you're attracting a soulmate, or I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to break it down a little bit further than that, but whatever the energy is that you're attracting, it is it has like a balance of masculine and feminine to it, or it awakens a balance of masculine and feminine. Just clarify this whole spread for me. Thank you. The Fool in reverse. Okay, so okay, so for me, this is like starting over. Like after you get to the Nine of Cups, there's this new energy, this newness, this boldness, freshness, like ready to take, they call the leap of faith. And then we got the Ten of Wands here again. Well, we got the Ten of Wands that was, we had a Nine of Wands, now we got the Ten of Wands. I want to say you're going to be leaving some people behind. But okay, so what happens is you you end up coming up on a, like, all this information that you're getting and the shit that don't make sense, right? Once it starts to make sense, you get a little conflicted in which way to go or how to act concerning the people around you and how they might take, like I said, they'll start to see you differently once you start to act on the knowledge that you have on this new resonant frequency, right? And I feel like somebody will try to make you think you ain't got it all. Like, they'll try to make you think that you're not this big motherfucker they see you as, right? Because, like I said, once you start to process this information and you're no longer confused by what's going on around you, you will start to look different to the people you're basically passing a judgment on, right? You'll start to look different to them. They'll start to look at you like, what's different about this motherfucker? Or who do they think they are, right? And that's why the Fool and the Ten of Wands are in reverse here, because you don't know. There's confusion again, right? It's just confusion. There also may be a little aggression from some of these people. I just heard gaslighting. Let's see. Clarify this whole spread. Discernments. Look at that, 33, blossoming. So the Fool's in reverse, but blossoming is just right. It's in the right position. Because this becomes, first, this is the challenge, right? And then once you receive the information, this becomes the challenge. But this is going to happen. This is bound to happen anyway, because the people around you, I don't feel like they're telling the truth. Like, they're lying. They're not lying. They're just trying to keep you involved in something. For somebody, people are lying. For somebody else, it's just, I feel like they're lying to most people that would see this reading. I feel like the people around you that you notice the confusing shit about, they are in some way lying about something. But it's because they want to keep you involved, or I don't know why they're lying. Let's see here. Patience and blossoming. So I don't see why this would be Okay, so I'm gonna get a clarifier for this one because I don't see why Blossom or Patience would be here. Okay, and here it is again. I think this is Temperance. Hold on. In this deck, it is Art 14. Oh, yeah. So it's the Temperance card in this deck. And yeah, it is literally saying to be patient. And oh my goodness. So all of this, like I said, with the law of attraction, right? So I'm gonna leave this one up because I want to talk about that one too. But this DNA law of attraction, right? Like when your DNA is attracting the resonant vibration, it's building something, right? That you want to manifest. It is like the law of attraction, but it's building it a little bit at a time. It's clearing out things that you have to remove from your one way to see it is that it's clearing out things that you have to remove from your life to receive your manifestation. So this obstacle here where you encounter people defending themselves after you've either went off on them or just said, "Hey, I this is done. I'm done with it," right? Their counter move to keep you involved, because like I said, y'all are a crew or something like that, or y'all work together or whatever it is. Y'all are. I'm feeling like daily y'all are in each other's um, presence, in each other's energy. But it's not going to be easy for them to let you just have your own energy. So obviously they're going to put up a defense. That's what the Fool and Oppression is here. And then with Blossoming Impatience, it's like this is something that they can't stop, right? And because you're manifesting, I want to say in a way it's going to trigger them. Okay, that just came to me because that's not what this card is about, but it may trigger them to start processing their own information because they, some of these people around you are going through their own things too, and your wake up may trickle down to them, but with all that, put that out to the side. They have to go, right? You're doing a cleanup of your energy, and they have to go, or they at least have to give you some space, right? You're gonna need some space for this with the Patience card here. But you're also gonna be very creative, right? There's creation in it for you. You're gonna be um, manifesting and bringing things in to you, like creating. Okay, I'm trying to break down what I'm getting here. So this card came out, and I feel like that is that is another creative card. It's just you being creative. With the Queen of Swords here, it's you being creative with the energies that have come in. You need to sit down with the energies and just the energies, and you need to learn how to play with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do when you by yourself and you just have time for you? What's fun? Do you play games? Do you play Call of Duty, GTA, NBA 2K? If you're that type of person, I see this being like your game. Your game is now going to be getting into, sitting down with your own energy and deciphering it and decoding it. Like, she's got all kinds of tools and stuff around her. There's a sword and like a I don't know if that's a T-square. I don't know what that is, but there's a ruler, a laptop, some paint brushes, all kinds of shapes and stuff. Anyway, so I will put that back. I want to, kind of do like a little summary for you, but I kind of don't. It's just basically this. You're coming into some energy that needs to be decoded, and as it's decoded, the way you think and see the things that are going on around you is going to become clearer. It's not going to change, it's just going to become clearer, and your next moves become clearer, and you start making the moves that your energetic growth is telling you to make. You start your DNA is taking you somewhere. You're being attracted to something, and something's being attracted to you, and you're going in that direction. And it can't, like, I want to say it can't be stopped, but it just takes it takes a little adjusting for the people in your life that have to accept that you're grown, that you're changing. For them it looks like change. They literally see you different after you settle in this energy of your own. And then once you settle in that energy, you have to clear the space around you. You have to clear the space around you so that you can focus on your energy separate from anybody else's. Because all the other energies around you is what got you confused. You can't sit in your own energy because of all these energies around you. So once you clear it out, you start to create and manifest. Why is it in reverse? Oh my goodness. Okay, so purity and self-reflection are both in reverse, right? Y'all trying to make me keep these people for a long time. Spirit. That's okay. But this is the moon deck. And you have a moon moving into your sign. Let's see here. When is it? Okay, so it's gonna be like it's gonna be sometime around the 31st, like towards the end of the month. But when the moon does move into Leo, it's literally like it's like you're going within. Nobody can go with you here. But this is in reverse. These moon cards are in reverse. So purity and self-reflection. Okay. It may just mean that it may take a little while for you to get comfortable in your own energy. Once you clear out the space around you and give yourself space, it may take a little while for you to readjust to your own energy. But then let's see here. In April, okay, yeah, so you got that moon, and then because Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is in like Capricorn or Pisces or something like that. Yeah, the sun. Okay, so the sun would be like around Aries and Pisces, right? Let's see. Yeah. So you will you'll start to reflect, like you see the self-reflection, you'll start to reflect this new understanding, but it may take a little while. Let's see here, self-reflection. Yeah, it may take a little while for you to reflect it in your in your everyday. But yeah, self-reflection. And this may be a process for you. You may have to. Self-reflection is like the dark night of the soul, trying to trying to like critique yourself, right? But you need to just let it just, you know what's right and what's wrong. So don't be too hard on yourself is all I'm going to say about that. And that's what this is. It's about you judging you. It's something you have to do from within, right? Okay. So that was the little recap. Thank you for listening. Like and subscribe. Have a good night or a good day. Bye.